CryptoMAS has been specifically designed for service providers. It moves away from the traditional architectures of having to deploy lots of servers, lots of technology. So it simplifies that decision. You can now buy two-factor authentication as opposed to building it. It reduces the complexity of billing, so you move away from complex billing architectures into something that is simple to use monthly bill.
The benefits of CryptoMAS are very simple. Instant, flexible, scalable, utility model service that can be switched on instantly within seconds, and a token to support every type of user experience.
I think now we're seeing more and more people on the internet where we're using personal information, financial information. Two-factor authentication is essential. Most businesses should start to look at it, and I think more and more businesses that do use it will then pass it out to their customers. And I think customers need to be aware of what two-factor authentication is, and so that they can make an informed decision as to whether they want to use it when they're buying goods and services on the internet.
We really need to make sure that people are not just taking the right steps to protect themselves, but that organisations are taking responsibility for making sure that they're protecting customers' data as well.
When I conducted the live hack against the reporters in the room, the response was phenomenal. They could not believe how simple and easy it was to capture their passwords. 100% of them felt totally violated and embarrassed on how easy it was for me to capture their username and password.
All he did was set up a little wireless router with a little card in it, so everyone's devices were logging into that card. Every time they did anything, every time they navigated to any new site, then it was capturing the details and logging their passwords and usernames. So, yeah, it did seem very, very simple and really, quite frightening. So I was quite glad not to have a smartphone on me at the time.
Everyone kind of knows that hacking is getting simpler and simpler for anyone to do. But it's quite funny to see the speed at which it can be done in terms of how quickly he literally just logged on, set up a tool, got everyone to log onto the system. I mean, a really simple social engineering trick like naming it BT Open Zone, I mean, people are going to fall for that, right? So I mean, the speed and the ease of which people would happily let it go. I mean, and the fact that iPhones automatically log on as well to things like BT Open Zone. I mean, I know that my Mac as well, that automatically goes to BT Open Zone, so it's slightly concerning, right?
Every time I see somebody doing a live hacking demonstration, it always puts the hairs up on the back of my neck. It is a frightening experience, but it's more alarming that people don't take the necessary precautions to safeguard themselves from being hacked.
Businesses are putting more of their resources in the cloud. Cloud computing is growing. There's no getting away from it. With the growth and the risk of passwords protecting cloud-based services, two-factor authentication has to become mandatory in cloud-based services.